Welcome to Chapter 3. Today we are going to discuss about the variables and the primitive data types of Java. An object stores its state in fields, such as the code example below. The variable price is declared as a double data type and it is instantiated by the value 50.5, and so on with the other variables. Declaration and instantiation are what you must do in order to define a variable. Here are the kinds of variables. Instance variables or non-static fields are fields without a static keyword. Objects usually store their state in non-static fields. It is called instance variables because the values are independent to each instance of the class. For example, we have two objects of class car, car1 and car2. The values of each object are independent from each other. The class variables or static fields are any fields declared with the static keyword. The static keyword is an indication that there is only one copy of the field for the class. In the following code, the variables are declared static, which means that the values of these variables remain the same to all instances of the class. Local variables are used inside a method to temporarily store the state. It is similar when declaring an instance variable, and it is declared and instantiated inside a method. A method is declared with open and close braces. It cannot be visible to the rest of the class, only inside the method. In the code example, notice that there are local variables declared and instantiated inside the two methods. The variable distance is invisible to the method calculateSpeed and vice versa. Parameters are the variables inside the open-close parentheses of methods and constructors. In the following method, the main method has a parameter of args of type string array. More examples are as follows with calculateSpeed and calculateGas. Since you know how to declare and to instantiate variables, let us know about the primitive data types of Java. Java's 8 primitive types are predefined by the language and is named by a reserved keyword. The following is a table for the primitive data types with their default values, characteristics, and code example. Note that a default value is assigned by the compiler when a variable is declared and does not have a value. Literals. When initializing a variable of primitive data type, a new keyword is not used. That is because they are not objects to begin with that need a new keyword. A primitive data type takes in a literal value or a value that is represented directly in your code, such as the example below. An integral literal is specifically for integer values. Byte, short, int, and long all take integral literals, and all can be created from int integrals. As for long data type, a letter L is associated after the integer value. A floating point literal is for the float and double data type. The double floating point value can optionally have a big letter D or a small letter d. The float value can also end with a small letter f or a big letter F. The car literals use single quotes, while the string literals use double quotes. Car and string literals can contain Unicode characters, combination of letters, numbers, symbols, special characters, and Java special escape sequences. Below is a series of string literal examples together with the special escape characters. You can test and print them out in your IDE to see what happens. A null literal can be assigned as a string literal but never to any primitive data type. Null means that the object is unavailable. In the example below, the string object and string array are instantiated as null, which means both objects are unavailable to be used unless instantiated with the string literal or with the string array respectively. Here is a simple exercise for you. Without trying in an IDE, what do you think will be the output for the following 5 variables? And after that, please instantiate an instance of string with I am learning Java literal and declare an empty float variable. Please message me once you have answered this simple exercise. Thank you.